Cowboys Nation knew it was coming, but that doesn't make it sting any less. Trayvon Diggs has officially been claimed by the Packers, and the reaction across Dallas is a mix of frustration, acceptance, and how did it come to this? The signs were there, the tension was building, and now it's reality. Green Bay moves fast, Dallas moves on, and a once key Cowboy is gone just like that. What this means for the Cowboys secondary, and why so many fans say this was inevitable, is the real story now. Breaking news just dropped, and Cowboys Nation, this one hurts, but deep down, we all saw it coming. Trayvon Diggs is officially no longer a Dallas Cowboy. The Green Bay Packers have claimed him, and just like that, one of the most polarizing, talked about, and controversial defenders of the Jerry Jones era is gone. And before anyone jumps into the comments yelling shock, anger, or denial, let's be real for a second. This has been building for a long time. This wasn't a random move. This wasn't bad luck. This was the inevitable ending of a story that started years ago, and today we're breaking down exactly how it happened, why it happened, what it means for the Cowboys, and what it means for Trayvon Diggs going forward. Let's start with the moment itself. When the news came across that the Packers had claimed Trayvon Diggs, the first reaction across Cowboys social media wasn't disbelief. It was frustration mixed with resignation. That yeah, of course feeling. Because for all the talent Diggs has, for all the highlight reel interceptions, there has always been another side to the story. A side that the front office, the coaching staff, and honestly a lot of fans were growing tired of. The signs were everywhere: reduced snaps, questionable effort at times, constant injury concerns, and a locker room that felt like it was slowly moving in a different direction. Trayvon Diggs came into the league as a second-round pick with swagger, confidence, and ball hawk instincts you just can't teach. His breakout season made him a star overnight. Interceptions, pick sixes, celebrations, he was must-watch football. But football isn't just about highlights. It's about consistency, trust, and availability. And over time, those cracks started to show. Injuries piled up. When he was on the field, opposing quarterbacks began targeting him differently, exploiting his aggressiveness. Big plays started going the other way. And then came the whispers: effort, discipline, buy-in. Now let's talk about the Cowboys' perspective, because this move says a lot about where this franchise thinks it is right now. Dallas didn't just lose Trayvon Diggs. They made a decision. A decision that the upside no longer outweighed the risk. A decision that this defense, under new leadership and a different philosophy, needs players who fit the system completely, not just stars who flash on Sundays. When a team lets a former Pro Bowl level talent walk out the door and get claimed by another NFC contender, that's not an accident. That's a message. And let's be honest, the Packers didn't claim Diggs just for fun. Green Bay sees an opportunity. They see a player who can still flip games if used correctly. A player who might thrive in a new environment, with a fresh start, less pressure, and a defensive scheme that emphasizes opportunistic play. The Packers are betting that the version of Trayvon Diggs they get is the hungry one, not the distracted one. That he'll feel disrespected, motivated, and ready to prove Dallas wrong. But here's the part Cowboys fans need to hear, even if it's uncomfortable. Dallas has been trying to move on from name over fit for years. This franchise has been burned too many times by holding on to players because of past production instead of present value. Diggs represented that exact dilemma. Do you keep the flashy star and hope everything clicks again, or do you cut ties before the decline becomes permanent? The Cowboys chose the latter. Now the immediate reaction will be panic. Our secondary is cooked. We just gave away talent. How do you let the Packers get better? But football doesn't work like Twitter debates. The Cowboys clearly believe they can replace Diggs' production through scheme, depth, and younger players who fit the vision. It's not about one interception. It's about trust on every snap. Coaches want corners who will tackle, communicate, stay disciplined, and execute the assignment even when the ball isn't coming their way. And that brings us to the "we all saw this coming" part. Think back. How many times did we hear frustration from the coaching staff without them saying Diggs' name? How many times did we see body language issues? How often was his availability a question mark? When a player's talent is undeniable but their role keeps shrinking, the writing is on the wall. This was never about one bad game or one injury. This was about the long-term direction of the defense. For Trayvon Diggs personally, this is a crossroads moment. This is the type of move that either reignites a career or confirms what critics have been saying. In Green Bay, he won't be the guy. He'll be part of a unit. Expectations will be different. And sometimes, that's exactly what a player needs. A reset. New coaches. New teammates. A new city where the past doesn't follow you into every meeting room. But make no mistake, the pressure is on him now. If he thrives in Green Bay, the narrative flips immediately. Cowboys fans will hear about it nonstop. Dallas messed up. Another star wasted. But if the same issues follow him, injuries, inconsistency, lapses, then this move will look like the Cowboys cutting bait at exactly the right time. For Dallas, this opens the door to something bigger. It signals a shift. This team is choosing culture, health, and system over star power. That doesn't mean they don't value elite players, it means they want elite players who fully buy in. And whether fans like it or not, that's how championship defenses are built. Now zoom out for a second. Look at the NFC landscape. The Packers just added a high upside corner. The Cowboys just freed up flexibility. This isn't the end of the story, it's the start of two very different paths. One team betting on reclamation, the other betting on evolution. And the truth is, both could end up being right in their own way. So Cowboys Nation, take a breath. Feel the frustration if you need to. Debate it. Argue it. That's part of being a fan. But don't pretend this came out of nowhere. This was the slow burn that finally reached the end. Trayvon Diggs to Green Bay is official. A chapter closes in Dallas, another opens in Wisconsin, and now we wait to see which version of the story history remembers. Because in the NFL, talent gets you noticed but fit decides how long you stay. And today, the Cowboys made it clear they're turning the page.